Hello, this is Temisha with Educational Tutoring Centers with a chemistry problem. The concept that we're working on is the application of stoichiometry in a chemical reaction. So let's look at this question here. It says if 10.0 grams of aluminum chloride are decomposed, how many molecules of Cl2 are produced? And so here underneath we see the reaction, and there's a decomposition. We have here on the left side of our equation 2 moles of aluminum chloride, and it produces, when it decomposes, 2 moles of aluminum and 3 moles of chlorine. So over here on the left side, I've already written out the weight of aluminum and chlorine, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can use stoichiometry to solve this problem. So we'll start out with what is given to us, which is 10 grams of aluminum chloride. Okay? And just like before when we did our mass problems, we had some specific things we needed to set up. We needed to set up our mole ratio, and we also needed to set up our mole mass ratios. And on this one, we'll also need to convert from moles to molecules by using Avogadro's number, which is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd power. Okay, so let's look at this problem. So we're going to go ahead and set up the mole mass ratio, which is 1 mole of aluminum chloride. And we'll look at the weight of that. We see that aluminum is 26.981. And we have 3 of these chlorines, which will be 35.453, and there's 3 of those. Okay, so we're going to add those up. So just take out your calculators and go ahead and punch in those numbers. And let's see, 26.981 plus, I'll open my parentheses and put in 35.453 times 3, close my parentheses, and I get 133.34. So let me go ahead and write that in, 133.34, and that's grams of AlCl3. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is look at my mole ratio. So we're looking at aluminum chloride and our Cl2. So here we see that we have 3 moles, and over here we have 2 moles. So we have a 2 to 3 ratio. Now we have to decide, how are we going to set this up? Well, we're looking to see how many moles of Cl2 are produced. So that's what we're solving for. And we want to get all the aluminum chloride out of our problem. So I'm going to put my 3 moles of Cl2 over the 2 moles that we have of aluminum chloride. Oops. Okay. Now we won't be finished after we have set that up, because, and these are moles, because we still haven't solved for molecules, and if you'll notice, we don't have molecules in our ratios that we've set up. So we'll go ahead and plug that in, which is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, and this would be molecules of Cl2, and this is per 1 mole of Cl2. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some canceling. So here we have grams of aluminum chloride canceling with grams of aluminum chloride. Here we have moles of aluminum chloride canceling with moles of aluminum chloride. And here we have moles of aluminum chloride canceling with moles of Cl2 canceling with moles of Cl2. And if you notice, all of our units have canceled away up top, except molecules. And then the denominator, everything has canceled away other than our numbers. And so now we'll go ahead and do our multiplication, which is 10.0 times 1 times 3 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. And we'll divide that by 133.34 times 2 times 1. And of course, you know, we don't have to multiply by 1 because we know that 1 multiplying by 1 dividing by 1 doesn't change a value. But I went ahead and wrote those in for completeness. Okay, so 10 times 1 times 3 times 6.02 to the 23rd. Okay, so that numerator, and I'm going to go ahead and write out the steps. You know, when you're using your calculator, you just go ahead and hit the enter button just to get your answer back on there, and then, you know, do what you need to do. This is what will probably show up in your calculator, and that E stands for exponent. So it will be 1.8060 times 10 to the 25th power is what that represents. So then 133.34 times 2 equals, and that's 266.68 and a couple zeros at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and arrow up into my equations to grab that answer, the numerator's answer, and I'm going to divide that by this one, the 266. Sorry, I don't have my calculator on the screen for you. And so the answer should be, the answer will come out to be 6.7722 E22. Okay, so then I go back and I look at my problem and I see how many significant figures I'm going to be using, and it looks like I should be using 3 significant figures, and so here would be my cutoff, and that 2 will tell me not to round that 7 up, so 6.77 times 10 to the 22nd molecules, and please don't abbreviate it as mole because moles and molecules are 2 different things. Molecules of Cl2. Okay, so that's it for that problem. If you like this video, please click on like. If you want to see our updates to our videos, this educational tutoring specializes in mathematics and science, and the math ranges anywhere from pre-kindergarten math up through any adult level math, college, graduate school, test preparation, you name it. College entrance exams, employment tests, whatever. We can help you with the math and sciences, biology, chemistry, physics at all levels. So give us a call at the telephone number above. You can also go to our website, www.educationaltutoringcenters.com, and you can register. You can put yourself on a tutor's calendar, and you can also pay for your services right there online. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.